Honey, reviewing Are You the One in 2023 was not on my list of things that I would be doing. But here I am. The show has been gone for a while, but it has returned. But that last season, season 8, I get what they were trying to do, but it wasn't for me. So I'm glad it's back and I'm glad it's international. Of course, my name is Queenie for those who don't know me. Welcome back to my channel reviewing Are You the One season 9 episode 1 and 2. Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, and leave a comment down below. So like I said, the season is international, and on the cast we have Brooke, Julia Ruth, Ollie, Danielle, Will, Taylor, Brendan, Eduardo, Jordan, I think it's Minja, Hamidi, Mikey, Courtney, Cece, Roz, Akel, Samuel, Dew, Nathan, Leo, Clay, and I think there's a girl named Anissa, but I haven't seen her. I just hear her name. So I'm like, who is Anissa? But yeah, she's on there too. So the first challenge, it's pretty lackluster, honestly, but we're going to talk about it anyways. Everyone had spoken with each other like 2 hours prior to them meeting the host, who is stunning, by the way. I know she does Catfish as well. Love her. But basically people were answering like who they think their relationship dissolved because of career or because of infidelity or both. And then the person with the highest scoring, well, the people with the highest scores would get to pick their date. So it was Taylor and Samuel who scored the highest, and they picked the dates Nathan and Courtney respectively. Courtney did not want to go on a date with this man.
The perfect woman for me would have blonde hair, blue eyes. I'm a big fan of tattoos. I know this could be my perfect match. I feel it.
Yeah, no, I'm happy. Yeah, definitely, I'm happy. Like, what?
I feel Courtney because something about Samuel gives tool, not even F-boy. I feel like F-boy is giving him too high of a title. I think he's just a tool, honestly. And Courtney was not even subtle about it whatsoever. She's like, I mean, yeah, I'm excited. Girl, you're not. So for me, I'm listening to Brendan, right? And I'm like, oh my gosh, Brendan looks like an F-boy. But when he starts to talk, you're like, okay, there's more to him. Problem is, he then keeps talking, and then you're like, oh no, we're back to F-boy.
Most women that I speak to, they roll their eyes, they're like, oh, you're a DJ.
Up until like a year ago, I'd only slept with like 2 girls up until I was like 29.
The first time I slept with a girl after I've been in a relationship for all that time, I was like, I hate this. I've had a bit of catching up to do. I really don't like sleeping with girls that I'm really not into. I definitely prefer being into someone and making love.
I don't know, I just don't believe anything that comes out of his mouth.
I'm not gonna sit there and like fuck some girl doggy style and sit there and think like, I can't wait till this is over.
I thought he was a good guy until he started to explain where things took a turn for him. He said up until he was 29 years old, he had only been with 2 women. He's like a long-term relationship kind of guy, but then the DJ lifestyle consumed him and he fully indulged in it. And I'm like, see, that's something that you currently do. And you've already admitted to the women that like it changed who you were basically. So why would they want to now engage with you? Like you're giving glaring red flags, and as the show goes on, those become even brighter. This was just a little, just a little bit of something. There's not much to it, but I was like, is Ollie a dark horse? Because this man was out here gallivanting with the 2 sisters, and I said, Ollie, are you down for the swirl? That's fine by me. Brooke has sparked the interest of 2 guys in the house. Boy, I thought one of them was calm and one of them was just overdoing it, but it turns out they're both overdoing it. We'll talk about that later. But yeah, these guys are pretty sold on Brooke.
Loves kids. In marketing, freaking favorite colors pink. Wanted to work with special needs kids. I worked with special needs kids. This is how caught up I am already.
I want to get married. I want to have kids, a lot of kids. I'm really ready to invest all my love into one person. I already have 2 crushes. This could get a little messy, but we'll see.
I feel like when it comes to opening up, she is a little bit more organic with Will than she is with Leo. With Leo, he's like, I do this and that and this and that. What do you do? Oh my gosh, I do the same thing. I love you. Whereas with Will, it's like, okay, well, what's your vibe? That's my vibe. Like, let's chill. Everything's cool, whatever. It was a little bit more easygoing. As it goes on, he's just as neurotic as Leo is. He just shows it in a different way. However, she did ask for somebody obsessed. She got 2. Speaking of obsessed, this cast is obsessed with sex. My God, is this a horny cast? Like, horny to the max. So much so that Brendan and what's her name? Did I write it down? I don't think so. I left it. Julia Ruth. Oh my goodness. The way these two were going at it and then had to transfer to the boom boom room. I said, wait a minute.
We just really hit it off. The spices were flowing.
Now, I know everybody gets tested before coming on this show, but girl, he could have cooties. Be careful. The next day is the dates, and I'm so frustrated because Samuel made this observation about Courtney, which was off-putting to me, but ended up being correct. And I'm like, girl, damn.
I know she's really reserved, but I feel like that's just because of her insecurities or maybe her past relationships.
Obviously, I picked you first, but when I said Courtney, you kind of like gassed up. He was like, me.
I felt like all the girls were just so stunning, so I just thought like none of the guys would really like go for me.
You came in, I was like, she's reserved.
Yeah.
She definitely has to be like some kind of intellectual. Some people came in and I just thought, did you even pass college? like no offense to anybody.
Are you judgmental?
I don't know. I felt very icky for him to say like, oh, I know she'll be into me. She's just insecure. And I just gotta, break that down or whatever. Like, and I'm just like, just because somebody's reserved doesn't necessarily mean that it's because they're insecure. She did admit that she has insecurity. So I was like, damn it. But sometimes somebody's just not into you, or that's their natural disposition to be reserved and wait to get comfortable with people. Like it doesn't necessarily mean like I'm an insecure human. However, I feel like Courtney needs somebody who's a protector, who's a provider, who is confident but not cocky, somebody who's serious, because this girl is ready to have kids pretty soon because of her fertility situation. Samuel is not the man for you. So once Julia Ruth has sobered up, she realized, yeah, me and Brendan are not supposed to be together.
My ex was in the music industry, and I've lived that life, and I got consumed by that world. There's chemistry, but I don't think we're good for each other.
Definitely not. No, I agree.
Be a great friend, though.
See, now here's the thing. When y'all engage sexually so quick out of the gate, you close yourself off emotionally to other people, both on your perspective and theirs. Because even though she's making this deduction that maybe they shouldn't pursue things, you still have that little attachment to them regardless, right? And now other people are looking at you like, ooh, she's kind of locked herself off to that situation. I don't want to be involved in that. I do think it was best for them to separate. However, the reason is unfortunate because she said both of their pasts and what they currently do as a career is a fear for her. It's a fear for him as well. So they don't want to repeat history. I don't necessarily think that is always true. Like, I do think people can develop from their past, or just because someone works in a certain field doesn't mean you're automatically not going to work out. But these two needed to break up anyways, so it works out. Nathan and Taylor's date was, I think, better than Sam and Courtney's date. They talked about past relationships and what they're looking for in the current relationships.
I've only had one relationship.
Only one?
Only one. She was happy where she was at, and I've got big plans. So I need someone who's ambitious as well.
I want somebody who's like family oriented, and the person that I want to be with is somebody that I want to grow with.
I meant future relationships, but whatever. It's irrelevant anyways because they got voted into the truth booth and it was a no match and both of them were unfazed. Both of them moved on so quick. It was like, who is Nathan? Never met him before. In the evening, people are mixing and mingling, and you have Danielle and Mikey who are hitting it off, and I like it.
The minute we got in the bed, it was like I feel the connection through him without even having to speak.
The thing is, it's just the reassurance part because I know that's my problem.
My last relationship broke down due to the pressure of her needing to constantly be reassured.
You know what you have to do, and that you already did, that got me, is just look at me. And once you looked at me, I was like, oh, okay, that's all I needed to know.
I love that they're talking about things that are actually important to relationships. You know, they're talking about like reassurance and how much can you actually be there for somebody and support them rather than, oh, I like this kind of music. Oh, I like that. You know, like those are things to like get to know somebody, but it doesn't necessarily mean you can work in a relationship. So I like that they're having that kind of conversation pretty early on. I do think they need to slow down the physical stuff, but it is what it is. We're already here. Now, my issue with these international shows is the fact that the people live internationally. UK and US are very far apart. And unless you got that guap and you got that mental capacity to keep that relationship going, it's likely going to end. Although Brendan and Julia swiftly shifted their attention off of each other, Brendan is obviously getting close with somebody else. And Julia Ruth is like, oh my gosh.
Because of a few fears of mine, we kind of went our separate ways. I still have feelings for him. What I need is a chivalrous man who's gonna put me in my face, and someone has already done that to me today. That's what I need to go for. That's what I need to go for. You know?
Enlighten us.
Who is you need? Nathan is what I need.
That's my boy.
What I go for?
Well, you went for Brendan last night.
What I need?
Baby girl, are you not the one who shut things down? Are you not the one who's talking about, oh, he's an F-boy and I can't go that and I can't repeat history and blah, blah, blah. Like, girl, go sit in your corner. Don't worry about what he's doing over there with, I think it's Cece. Mind your business. She ends up finding who she needs rather than who she wants, which is Nathan, which I feel like is just another person that she wants and not needs. Brooke, like I said, I don't know what kind of juju she's putting on these men, but she's got 2 men who are obsessed with her. She asked for that. It's cool. But the way that Leo is with her, it's giving true crime, you guys. It's giving true crime. I feel like, girl, be careful. Sleep with one eye open. But other people are starting to notice that this situation with Brooke and her 2 men, it's going to hinder the group.
You're so, like...
I'm not mean, I promise.
Not mean, but, like, intense? Okay, so you're looking for a blonde.
Yeah, I don't think I'll marry anything besides that.
You're gonna be lost because this girl's gonna be stuck up in your head and you're gonna have no clue who else to carry.
He is in very deep. I don't think she's in as deep as him. That's what I'm saying now. I think he is like...
I think she's gonna break his heart, man.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so too.
I fully believe that things will dissipate, that's for sure. And the one who's gonna be devastated is Leo. But then I saw the preview and he was like... he was vibing with other people, so I was like, okay, well, maybe I'm wrong. But I do think that the one who is very, very overly invested in the situation is Leo. It's very premature, especially because Brooke has another connection and has no problem flirting with other people besides those 2 people. So I'm like, Leo, cast your net wide, pursue other people. Don't just lock in on one person, especially a person who has yet to lock in on you. Speaking of locking in, it is time for the matchup ceremony. And I'm glad that these people are taking it a little bit more strategic than just, oh, well, I like you, so I'm gonna go with you. Well, that's not everybody. But they made an attempt to be strategic, and some people threw a spanner in the works, like Nathan, who picked Mincha, which didn't make sense to anybody, especially her. Brendan royally sticking his foot in his mouth.
Business is booming.
Oh, business is booming.
What did you say?
Business is booming.
Oh my God.
Just having some fun, just enjoying myself.
Not gonna tolerate disrespect. Oh yeah, business is booming. Like, it was bullshit.
He's a tool. Anyways. Hamidi called Taylor Courtney. Oh, Jesus, this group of people. And then Will had to choose Jordan by default. I'm like, poor girl. She said she was feeling him. Honey, he's not looking at you at all in any capacity. He will not be giving you more. He wants nothing to do with you. So I'm here like, okay, yeah, there were a little bit of like mess ups here, but they at least got 2 beams. No, ma'am.
1 beam is 1 perfect match. 11 beams are 11 perfect matches. If you get no beams, that means a blackout. And your prize is cut by $250,000. A blackout.
I've never seen them get a blackout week one, a blackout. If anything, honestly, it is good that it happened that way because you basically got 11 truth boots in 1 week. You got the one in the earlier episode, and then you got 10. Oh no, there's 22 people. They got a hell of a lot of truth boots in this episode, so that is great. I guess you could say. I also wanted Brooke and Leo to know that they're not a perfect match, so we don't have to see that ever again. We probably will have to see it, but hopefully not for long. That's all I got for you guys today. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I don't know if it drops every Wednesday, and I don't know how many episodes get dropped. It also airs on, I think it's Peacock. I don't watch it on Peacock because I'm in Canada, but mind your business. So yeah, like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one.